Hey everyone, my name is Kumo and this is my reaction to the 11th episode of the 4th season of Senki Zesshou Symphogear. So, last time, the Bavarian Illuminati have pretty much set their plans in motion. We saw Germain undress while outside and shoot energy blasts into the sky to open the divine gate, which sounds just kind of silly when you put it that way, but that is what she did. They did have a counterplan for this though. Something about positioning keystones on the ley lines to cut off the power. I don't know the specifics of it, but it seemed to work. And Hibiki and Kurika ended up engaging Germain in combat, which was obviously cool to watch. They, of course, had their black armor, the Ignite module, that they worked really hard to be able to use that again against them. And yeah, it seemed like Hibiki was getting through to Germain, when suddenly Adam shows up to ruin things, which is pretty much his position in this show, really. And he basically cheated and used some sky ley lines or some nonsense to continue the plan anyway. And Kurika. She ended up using her swan song. I think it was to defend against Adam's attack. And yeah, we know the repercussions of swan songs very well. We learned that very early in the series. With Tsubasa's partner, I think her name was Kanade. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, hopefully Kurika's okay. Because swan song isn't a guaranteed death sentence. I know Tsubasa used her swan song at some point in the series, and she looked really messed up after she did. Blood everywhere on her face. I still have the mental image in my head. But she did survive. So I hope we get the same for Kurika, because I'm not sure I could handle her dying. Or how sad Shirabe would be, to say the least. So yeah, the episode pretty much ended with Germain and Hibiki side by side, ready to kick Adam's ass, so hopefully we get to see that in this episode, so let's get into it. As usual, there'll be no audio or footage of the anime used in reaction for copyright reasons. There's a timer in the upper left-hand corner, and subs below me to help you follow along. And so, let us begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Yeah, you can see the tears in Shirabe's eyes there. Shirabe would be devastated if Kurika died. As would I. You know, this series is full of stubborn people if you think about it. Yeah, the divine power from the divine gates. Which, if he has it, will not be a very divine result for everyone else. I wouldn't call him great. Dato Shitemo. That makes me wonder, whose death would bother me the most in this series? I had to think about that. Maybe Miku. I mean, she doesn't get a lot of screen time, obviously, but either Miku or Hibiki. Oh, man. Yeah, Germain's lost her 2 partners. And I'm not yawning because it's boring, just because I woke up early this morning. I would never consider Symphogear boring. That would be ridiculous. I love this series. Pinnacle of Divine Might. I'm sure there's a reason why they're just watching instead of helping. Well, they had something, but that didn't work out. And I guess that's just Tiki floating there. I get the impression he disagrees. That attack, it reminds me of a Mortal Kombat character, actually. Yeah, Miku. Hibiki's been through a lot. Yeah, Hibiki always talks to her opponents, before beating the crap out of them. That's just a last resort. Wouldn't have to tell me twice. I was wondering if Jermaine would end up becoming a member of the group after this season, since a lot of the bad guys do that. First with Chris and then Maria's group. And Elf 9, sort of. Kinda. Yeah, you can tell how seriously he's taking this fight. I just want Hibiki to land one solid punch on his face. Is that so much to ask? I just love watching Hibiki fight. I know I've said that so many times. That's Hibiki for you. You should know her better than that by now. Man, this episode is such hype. The music in Symphogear never disappoints to get me hyped for a fight. That jumping thing Hibiki was doing kind of reminds me of what Miyu does in Fake Khalid, her flying. Oh, apparently she has him there. Okay, so that cheating method did have a drawback. Okay. Glad now it wasn't total bullshit. Well, no one likes you at all, so I think that's a fair. This comes out of the explosion. Oh, for a second I thought she took his arm off. That would have been great. What? Is it mechanical? Oh wow, how fitting. I mean, it's possible he just has an automail arm. I guess that would explain why Tiki liked him so much. Birds of a feather. And of course, she's triggered. You know, you could show us to keep us in suspense. Especially with that look on her face. Well, that gives an idea of the scale of this thing. Divine gate, divine power, divine weapon. I'm seeing a trend. Yeah, this is going to be difficult to fight with just the two of them. If only there were other Symphogear users that could show up. And then we find out you were a puppet, making the question kind of silly. Exactly. And who's they? I cannot blame them for discarding you. She's going to punch it. That's how she solves most of her problems. Had more of an effect than I thought. Definitely had more of an effect than I thought. Yeah, but couldn't get away. That satellite did nothing wrong. Yeah, it's not exactly surprising. Even a satellite got wrecked. Whew. And we're only halfway through the episode. Okay, so it was an American satellite. No signal. I think we all can relate to that. I'm sure it is. Good old peacekeeping missions. And what you get is a shot of that ass. I mean, she's almost pitiful. Not a fan of big girls, I see. Clearly. I refuse to believe that's a real word. And Elf 9 is pretty much this entire season's been hard at work. She's a real victim of this season, to be honest. Really shouldn't underestimate Hibiki. This is not her first rodeo. That's quite convenient. I assume that days slide thing is supposed to be a pun, or attempt at translating a pun. Gungnir. Definitely some good news. Oh, the music. Man, I already have chills. I love this series. Ugh. Better than being too dumb. Wow, he disarmed himself. Basically just keeping him busy. Annoying fly. Don't you talk about Hibiki like that. He's a human. Oh wait, no he's not. Yeah. Is Elf 9 finished or something? No, that was Kirika. I'm glad she's okay. Yeah. This is a pretty big situation. Come on, Hibiki. Listen to my song. She's got this, don't worry. My drill is a drill that will pierce the divine weapon. Hibiki's coming for a hug. Basically ejected before the final blow. That is Hibiki for you. I mean, you are a puppet and an asshole. Is it not working? Oh wow, the power's going to Hibiki? Hopefully that's not a bad thing. And that's Hibiki. Okay, the last 20 seconds or so was unexpected. Whew. Definitely one of the best episodes of the season, hands down. But yeah, at one point there, man, I was getting some serious chills. I wish you could see that. There's no real way to see that from a camera, but one of those things you can't have to take someone's word for. So, that was the 11th episode of Senki Zesshou Symphogear AXZ, and it was a great episode. I mean, I'm not really sure what to say about it specifically aside from that ending where Hibiki was apparently absorbing whatever that it was exactly, because she's apparently an immaculate soul that was capable of doing so, and kind of went to a chrysalis type thing, which I wonder what she's going to be like when she comes out. Of course, we'll find out next episode, which I can't wait for. That's going to be awesome. I mean, this episode was awesome, so yeah, the next episode I assume would be just as awesome, if not better. And yeah, Kirika seems to be fine. I would have been pretty upset if she died. Tiki's seen better days. Adam lost an arm, you know. Yeah. And of course, Gungnir was pretty much what they needed to win. Basically the god-killing weapon, I think it called it. Something to that effect. And yeah, I think that's all I really had to say on this one, so let me know what you thought of the anime. Let me know my reaction in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.